And going live. We're live. Live from my basement. It's Thursday night. Woo! Hey, welcome to my basement. I'm Dave. This is Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents... What do we present? We present Dark Queen Ascension, The Fate of Fortitude. We are down to 2 players in person, 1 player remotely, live from Seattle. It's Ken, Greater Seattle, wherever the heck he is. And we have Wes is on his way from lands afar, and we have our last one, Noel, is traveling even afar. And so tonight we have captured Grog, the local orc war general, where I also have a 140-pound mastiff under me, and that's not a euphemism. Hey, I said leave it. He's chewing on a rubber ball. Loudly. We're going to put that ball up. We're going to put that ball up right now. We're going to pause. And there's no pause in this live. So everything's live. We'll take warts and all. Sorry, dog. It's time to put away the ball. That's what I have a sleeve for. I don't person coming. What? Oh, you didn't bark at all the other ones.
Hey, big boy.
Hey! No! Get it! No! Inside now! What are you doing?
Star shot.
You've not been I think he's just excited.
He's just excited and decided to, have
From some
fun
excitement outside. No, sir. We're done with this for now. Not like putting it up here is really putting it out of your reach, but rest.
I don't know how to do that.
Can you sit?
No, but you can go down. Rest. Right in your way.
Very begrudgingly.
Yeah, the front goes down pretty easy, but the backside... I don't want to put it down.
No.
Okay, we were just doing the recap. But now that Wes is here...
Start over.
No.
We haven't even done our intro yet, so I think that's what we should do. We should do our intro.
Took off and left you there.
Okay, back to the
So nice, you guys.
game layout.
There were 40 orcs in the woods looking for you. We weren't going to stick our noses in the middle of that.
Besides, we had a snail to get back to the...
A turtle, yeah, we had a turtle with a
turtle
with a time clock on it.
Oh, you turned him into a turtle?
Yes, Fate of Fortitude, Symmetrix looking for the Thome of Dragons. Nala, leave it. Nala is our mastiff. Not my mastiff. It's Noel Mastiff, which I happily volunteered. I was happy to watch her. Nala, rest. Rest.
Why don't you rest?
You give it a rest. I'll point my butt at you and fart. Nala, rest. Okay, Symmetrix looking for the Thome of Dragons, and it knows it's hidden somewhere in Fortitude, bringing and is called in Purple Warren. Grundlesmirch is the Grand General of the Orc Army, and has beseeched Grundlesmirch, who has said he would send a Purple Worm for her to be at her disposal to look for the Thome of Dragonkind and Fortitude, it's on its way. It's going to be here in 7 days, and you're trying to figure out how to stop it. Harper's sent Uguay and Darcel, a ranger and a cleric, to come help. He's joined with you. You guys talked about it. You said, well, let's go get some more information by abducting the local orc general. And so we spent a whole hour a week or two back with strategizing how you were going to do that. You did most of your strategy. And so at the beginning of last week, our friend Katota ran off into the woods after hitting them with a couple fireballs, and he jumped into a tree and turned into a potted plant. Assuming you were smart enough to conceal the pot.
Of course. Obviously.
Yeah. And so he turned into a potted plant, and the orcs, a large portion of the orcs were off in the woods searching for this person that they chased, this person, orc, whatever it was, that they chased into the woods. And after they kind of cleared out, the rest of the group kind of moved in, and we did a big battle with Grog. Along the way, we did catch a glimpse of a female red wizard that was also in there. But somebody had mind control, a 3, I believe, of the orcs to go get the wizard, and so she had to deal with that. And she let it slip, I let it slip, whatever. She let it slip that she had a guest that she was taking care of inside of her tent. And so that was another reason why she couldn't just let the orcs run free inside that tent. So she, halfway through the battle, she went in there and just didn't come back out. You never saw her again. Eventually, you were able to subdue the war general, and you turned him into a turtle. You threw him in a sack. You appropriated horses, and you made haste for back to the Winterstone Temple. And you get back there, and it took less than an hour because you're on horseback, and you put the turtle into this room, and you very carefully put manacles over the turtle's feet.
That's right.
And waited for him to poof, and we did some rolling, and you were able to get manacles on his feet. But you only got one of the hands, and so we also know that he has his axe and all his gear, because that's what he had, whatever he was holding or had with him, that when he was polymorphed, and so he has reappeared. And you said, we just want information, and he set me free to let me go, or else. And momentarily he had Uguay in a chokehold, but he escaped. And that's kind of where we left it off. But this afternoon, I don't know if you saw the text messages.
Most of them.
You made haste, and so some 10 minutes after they left, the orcs finally gave up looking for you. At least portions of those orcs gave up looking for you. They came back to town, and they found no Grog, and they heard reports from the guards in the tower that there was a big battle, he disappeared, and the infidels stole their horses and went that away. And they talked it over with one of the captains, and the female... Leave it! Sorry. And so, I mean, none of this you guys know, other than I tried to coax the thought of what would happen after these orcs get back in your minds, because in my mind, they're not going to just sit there and do nothing after their leader goes missing.
And this is underground, right? This.
Yep. So
this
underground,
place, factory.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, I described it in my head. I keep thinking of Hogan's Heroes with the fake tree stump, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it's got some kind of a hidden hatch. Okay.
That's fine for the humanoids, but up top, somewhere, are 6 horses grazing about in the forest.
Yep.
Fair point. Maybe we could have Dag lead the horses away, or tie them up a fair distance from the entrance.
You could ask him.
Yeah. Right. But we got a half-chain orc general that we're contending with at the moment.
And Dag's like, I've never interrogated an orc general before. I don't want to I want to see this.
Well, you'd better go fast then so you can come back.
Well, why don't you go? I want to see this. Yeah, it looks like he could break those chains. He could break these chains any minute.
Are there windows in this
No
room?
windows.
No, so there's nothing to see, Dag.
I want to see him. I want to see how you want to get information out of him. I want to see how you do that.
Won't be pretty.
Really? What are you gonna do?
It's like, no matter what you hear, do not open this door.
Are you gonna use
Open the door! Open the
And
door!
he holds up your axe. Are you gonna use your axe?
Dag. You want to save the town, right?
Well, don't you?
Yes.
Well,
But we all have to work on it
Wait,
together.
maybe we should all go move the horses.
No.
I don't want to miss anything. Where would you want me to move them anyway?
Somewhere away from here.
But what if they're out there? You don't want me to get caught.
Certainly not. But you're
So I shouldn't
extremely
go-
stealthy.
I shouldn't go alone.
All right, I'll go with him.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, all right, if we put together some semblance of a timeline, right? I think we got to the orc camp about 1:00. We did some battling. We did whatever talking, right? We left the camp 2:30. I mean, the battles only last real short, right? So it's probably 3:30 by now. By the time you get back, right? And we're down here and we're having these conversations because now the spell the polymorph only lasted an hour or until he dropped his concentration, and so it's no less than an hour after that, right? No less than an hour since you poofed him into, and it took a little while to get the horse and get going. And you went a roundabout way, but you're on horse, so if it took an hour walk, it probably took 45 minutes on horseback, right? And so it took you 45 minutes to get back. All right, that's that timeline. And then you've been talking to him for probably 5-10 minutes, right? So maybe it's been an hour since, well, it had to have been, right? It's about an hour after he polymorphed. Now, in that hour, 10 minutes later after the polymorph thing, the orcs start to come back, and they have a conversation. And then another 15 minutes after that, they start their search party, and they're out looking, following your trail. And I asked myself, all right, what are the chances they could find you in an hour? And I'd say, you know what? That's no way. That would be perfect tracking. No hiccups along the way. No way. I rolled for it. So, sidebar, Mythic hasn't updated their module yet for Fortitude. I had to figure out how to do this Mythic on manually. I put a journal note in here. I don't know. Do I need to configure ownership? I can show players. And it might be small. Basically, what it is you have 2 die, and you roll this. 11 or better is yes, 10 or lower is no. And then they have this chart here. Of how you modify it from there. How likely or unlikely, right? Well, I said there's no way they tracked you down within an hour. And when you roll, well, you have to set a chaos level. Well, it was really chaotic during the battle. 6, right? 3 is perfectly in control. 6 is complete chaos. During the battle, it was a 6, but now the battle's over. They're in control, right? They're on their path. Yeah, they don't have their leader. They don't like that. So if 3, I made it a 5, right? There's some chaos, but they have captains. They'll figure it out. And so you set the chaos level at 5, and then you roll your 2 dice. Or actually, you roll 3 dice. And the common dice you add up, this would have been a 7 modified by no way, which is -6, so that becomes a 1. Remember I said 10 and less is no. Right? So no way they're fighting you. Now the other thing is, if both these numbers are even or both these numbers are odd, what is it? If it's odd, it's an exceptional. It's not just yes, it's really yes, like a natural 20 yes, right? Or if it's no, it's a really no, it's a natural. And then if they're both even, then there's a random event. Oh no, I skipped a step. Both even and this chaos die is lower than the chaos factor. So the chaos factor is 5. If I rolled this and it was under, then you check that. Right? And then if there's doubles, it's both, basically. Okay. So I did that and there's no way. But they're out there looking for you. And I made another check and I know the result of that check.
Okay.
So you guys logic this out while you're down there, that as you think about this,
We should move the horse. We decide
we move
the horses. 'Cause
at a minimum, move the horses. But you suspect there's really unlikely they'd find you by now. But anything beyond that, they could be near now looking for you.
Okay.
You go out, and then it's a matter of how far do you want to move the horses. You want to take a 5-minute walk, even? Do you want to take it out of sight of your stump?
Probably. I mean, so we'd probably want to. There's 6. What? 6 of them? How many did we take? 5, 6.
Well, 1 for each of you.
Yeah. So 5.
4.
4.
4.
Because he was a tree.
Oh, okay.
4 of them.
Okay. So I guess then, yeah, if we can, use a rope or whatever, so we're on one and guiding another one, and get them to run reasonably fast, if you could do that.
But then you have to walk back.
Yeah. But the thing is, we want it to look the same as the tracks that came here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we want they've been wandering around, so maybe it's going to look like we stopped to rest, but then we want an obvious path that we left.
Oh, yeah. It's I mean, they've been standing there for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
But we want an obvious trail that we kept going
Right.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
in a similar manner.
Yep.
And just away from here and away from Fortitude, probably. If we
You get deeper into the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ride them off deeper in the woods. All right. Should I make sure? Oh, yeah. How far do you want to go?
Well, a horse going at a good clip, even for 5 minutes, then that's probably a good half-hour walk back.
Yeah. I think. I mean,
And we got to be.
now, that's a dashing horse, and you're going probably into the woods. You probably didn't go that
No,
far.
well, okay, they're not going to go full breakneck speed. And
But if you're doing a good gallop, but these horses had just been run for an hour also.
yeah,
So maybe you go a half mile away.
yeah, okay,
Still, that's probably a 15-minute walk through the forest back.
yeah. And we'll be,
All of a sudden, I'm starting to wonder, are you going to encounter orcs, though?
well, that's why I was about to say, we got to be really careful and quiet on our way back, too.
And how do you do that? You have you have natural ability to do that.
Yep.
Dag may not. I mean, he's
He's
naturally stealthy. That's so true.
And he's small.
And he's small.
So there is. Let me find my. Natural Explorer. You have favorite terrain type. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for skills when you make while traveling in your chosen terrain. Difficult terrain doesn't slow you down. Your group can't become lost. You remain alert to danger. You remain alert to danger even when you are engaged in another activity. I also have a dagger that warns me when danger is near.
Oh, you have one? I have one too.
Good.
There you
Yes.
You find twice as much food before you try a creature. You learn exact numbers. Yeah.
The last sentence.
What?
What's it say?
You find twice as much food while foraging. While tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long they pass.
I thought there was
How long
something.
they've lasted to the area.
Okay.
Remain alert to danger. You engage with something else.
I thought there was
Okay.
something about people tracking you, but maybe not.
So,
If you're tracking
int or
something.
wisdom, that would include perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have. It's just I have a good bonus on detecting them
You've also got a high stealth.
and stealth too. Yeah. So
Yeah, okay. Even if you don't see them, I guess the question is, do you see? They don't see you. Even if they don't see you, do you see them? And so, the chaos factor thing, we're gonna set it at 5 again, right? And yes is favorable, and how likely? I'm gonna call this 50-50, meaning there's no modifier to my roll.
So yes is
Yes, it would be unfavorable. But at 50-50, there's no modifier up or down anyway.
yeah. So a high number means
So
above 50 we
yes is 11 and better on the die.
Okay.
And so I
yes
can
we encounter them.
yes you see them.
Okay.
So just to be humor me, give me a stealth check or a stealth check, and we're gonna set the difficulty at 5. So I don't think you can even fave.
27.
Yeah, you can't hardly fail. But do you see? Yes would be unfavorable, but we're not modifying it anyway. And so 11 above is yes. That's 11 on the die. So yes, you see them, and this is the chaos. Is it 5 or less? It's not. So there's no random event. There wasn't. They weren't both odd or they weren't both even. So you at some point during your turn back, you do see them. Now, are they? Yeah. So you do see them. They're within a half mile. They're in the woods. You are able to dodge back to sneak your way back to your.
And were they following the trail from the horses?
I certainly they were. Certainly they were, and they saw your resting area. So they probably made a perimeter around that place where you rested and are searching around that space. Which would make sense, right?
Yeah, it would stand to reason that they would check
They
a
would check
spot
out
where someone had
why
spent
did-
time.
Why did they stop here? Okay.
Yeah. Is there something of note? Yeah, it's not unreasonable. I'm looking at
But you have expected that they would be around and about, and that's why you're being so careful as you returned.
Okay.
And so there was a group of 7 walking down the exact path that you had just taken to run the horses off.
And how many of them are hanging around
Sure.
where the horses rested?
Right now, there's only one there. Oh,
Okay.
is it the Red Wizard?
She came along.
And that's a no. It's not.
Was she with the other 7?
Wow. Well, the other 7?
Good
I don't know. Well, yes, she was.
Interesting. Okay.
So there was at least one captain in there, and at least one female wizard in red robes.
Okay.
in that group of 7.
And they left one dude back at near the entrance. Oh boy.
Well,
And when they find the horses just off by themselves,
well,
where
I mean,
No, they'll check that area.
yeah, but then the next logical place to check is back where the horses stopped for a while.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And the entrance to this place is some kind of a hatch or something, but can anyone just, is it magically hidden, or can anyone
Nope.
just walk up and open it and
Nope.
hop down the
Not
tunnel?
magically. It is well hidden. I'm going to say it is exactly Hogan's Heroes. It is a fake tree stump.
Okay.
It's well hidden. There's no indication that it flips open.
right.
Okay.
You would have to know how to open it.
I think we indicated last time that there's like a large bush adjacent.
Yeah,
that's where Lauren
it-
came out and hid in the bush.
Okay.
So it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's not obvious.
Okay. So if we could get rid of this one that's lingering around, then we could come back down and be fairly confident they wouldn't find.
Do you have a way to distract it?
Well, the problem with getting rid, I mean, what type of getting rid of are
Yeah.
we talking about? 'Cause
Yeah.
killing him and they come back and like, where's my guy? That's going to just draw more or whatever. But if
Yeah.
we can, do the whole, what's over there? Little
Here-
Obi-Wan noise down the hallway, you might be
Yeah.
better off.
Can you counter some sort of animal?
In thaumaturgy, you could do that.
If you had,
No, I can't conjure an animal out of thin air.
I thought you had maybe you don't, what's it called? When a wizard has
A familiar.
A familiar.
Like a ranger.
Yeah, he got killed.
Boris the Boars.
that wasn't a familiar, that was a pet, I thought.
That was a, what do you call it?
You killed your pet.
I didn't.
Ranger's companion.
First of all, I didn't kill it.
No, he
You
killed.
sent it into a death trap
He killed
and it
He
died.
killed his pet. Yeah.
And it's not a familiar. It was a ranger's companion.
Yes.
If we want a familiar, Zerwak has one.
Oh, Zerok's all nice and comfy down in the hidey hole.
So yeah. So I
Oh,
don't
right,
have
right,
I don't
sorry.
have a companion animal at the moment. I would have to
But
find and train a new one.
You don't have find familiar.
No. So other than like shooting an arrow off in the distance to try to
Well, that could
get him to
work.
wander off,
Yeah.
um,
An arrow
I could do
snapping
that.
through branches, that's awful crickly crackly. He'd
Yeah.
probably want to go see what that was about.
Arrows can be kind of quiet though.
Not if he's like aiming them at branches.
I have to hit some.
Or a bush.
But I get-
something
yeah,
with
but I mean-
tightly knit branches.
So he goes and looks at it for 2 minutes and then comes back. I mean, I'm more inclined to say unless Dag has some other brilliant idea that we just kind of lay low and wait. They're gonna come back.
I'm just an NPC. I can't really do anything.
Then I would say we'll just lay
Hold
low.
tight.
Is that what Dag says?
Something along that lines.
I don't know. I don't understand what your religious beliefs have to do with it. But anyway, I think we just lay low and hopefully they will
Move on.
come back. Maybe we'll look around here some more and move on.
All right.
But yeah, I don't want to draw attention.
Yeah, right.
By having this guy sitting there dead.
Right. Or just flat not there, even if you put him in a shallow grave. It's still, you're still.
We'd stuff him down the stump, but yeah.
No.
Daggone.
Oh,
Daggone.
Stuff him down the stump.
And
That would really suck if they caught me doing that, though.
True. Agreed.
Zurok, where are you? You still outside? Now they're.
I think so, because I'm waiting for it's safe to come in.
Yeah.
Do we still have the
Message.
mental message bond thing going, or did that expire?
Yeah, that's good. That lasts 24 hours.
And
Oh,
was it?
sweet.
And how far away
wait,
does it
sorry,
work?
No, that lasts an hour. I would have had to redo it.
Oh,
So actually, that's probably what I'm doing. Is
Were you able to
working on
do
that.
that and polymorph?
Yeah, it's not a concentration spell.
Oh,
It's
cool.
just
Nice.
it's just a ritual.
so did you do that to us before we left?
Sure.
Did you ask him to?
No. And it's been almost. We've been gone a good chunk of time anyway.
Yeah, it's been an hour. I'd
And-
say that's probably gone.
Okay.
It probably is like you got upstairs and that's when it ended.
Yeah. Okay.
So back down inside the Winterstone Temple, we have Lorne, we have Oogway, who. What'd you find?
One of the big ants.
Another ant? I hadn't seen one all day. Well, thank you for grinding it into my carpet.
That's why you don't get white carpet.
Yes. Don't get white
It's-
anything.
So true, so true. Yeah, Zerwak and Lauren, you are the main contributors right now. Oogway seems to be a little bit dazed from the choking.
Yeah, understood.
And is that
Alright.
was that your spiritual weapon or is that
That's
Oogway's?
Oogway's spiritual weapon.
Oogway's.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Just bang on the door if you need assistance.
Understood.
You hear from behind the door. Everything okay in there?
Is it safe to come in?
Not yet. Use the far door.
All right, you're over there. So
Emphatic
on this
no.
side.
Yeah, emphatic.
So after kicking and straining himself on these restraints and failing his strength check a couple times, he finally leans his and the spiritual weapon kind of wavering in front of him. He eyes that. He looks at you. He looks at Lauren. He looks at Oogway. He sits down. So, how long has it been since we've been gone?
I don't know, that's the least of your concerns right now. What you should be concerned about is helping us understand the who's controlling the worm and how.
You'll get no help from me, Paladin. You tin can.
Let's see. So,
Dang, there you go. Thank you for not smearing it into my
paint.
Oh, there's one over there as well.
What? Glenn, I didn't see any all day until you got here.
Well, they like the way I smell, I guess.
One right there.
Are they,
I just rounded the corner.
Going up the stairs.
Should just put them on retainer.
Yeah.
Just keep them down
You
here.
bring out the ants.
Are you sure they're ants and not termites? That's a bigger concern.
We did have Orkin, and we did tell them about it. They did do an inside and out treatment. Whatever that's worth.
Yeah. Be asking for a refund. Yeah, so let's see. So I'm thinking what I've been thinking about is above the table. Hitting him with the zone of truth. And then querying him, see if
Yeah, that's a good option.
it's worth a
Does
shot.
Zone of Truth force them to speak?
No. Don't give the DM ideas now.
Well, if you Zone of Truth him, and then Zerwak could detect thoughts on him.
Well, now you have to look at the exact wording of Zone of Truth.
I'm just thinking, when you're lying, you generally have to, think through what you're saying.
It guards against deception.
Right.
A creature can't speak a deliberate lie when in the radius.
It's truth serum.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Right.
Is what it says.
Yep. I got it. Well, it's what came to mind. The other possible option, I don't remember who has it or might have it. Who has, anybody here have heat metal, or is that a druid thing?
That's a druid thing.
About fire,
Just straight to torture.
Well, I thought if we like drape chainmail on him and threaten to heat it, we might wake him up.
Torture, yeah. Yes, straight to torture.
Straight to torture.
Straight to torture. All right, cool.
Well, not if we don't have the
guys.
not if we don't have the spell.
Does he know that, though?
Fair point.
Who just have a spiritual weapon, just keep beating on his head.
Well, I mean, do we think it's worth it? It's where I was headed, but zone of truth, not torture. At least not out of the gate.
Do you poke your head out and say anything to Zorak?
Is it safe? Everything work perfectly?
No. He's bound only at his feet. He failed his strength check, and he says he's not going to tell this tin can anything.
Cool. Should we start reading his mind?
It's worth a shot.
All right, I'll come in.
Okay.
Just do it from the far end. I want you in harm's way.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, he's got it.
Sure. You're
More adept.
all right. I shall cast. How long does Zone of Truth last? That's actually question number one.
1 second. I'll get back to it.
I hope it's faster. It's more than 1 second. That's not a lot for conversation.
It's 10 minutes.
Sweet. Okay. Do you want to do that first?
Sure.
Because Detect Thoughts is only a minute.
Okay. All right.
And then, well, I guess we could do it at the same time.
Right. All right. So Lauren will do his oogity boogity. Hocus pocus alakazam, voila, the trick she is done.
Okay. You cast Zone of Truth,
Yep.
and he makes his charisma. He rolls his charisma check.
Right.
This is +2.
An orc with +2
Is it big
charisma.
enough you could just
He
get
is
the entire
a
room
general.
so we can't try to move away from it?
Say that again, Ken.
Is it a big enough zone of truth that we could get the entire room?
15-foot radius.
Oh
yeah.
That's
Now, you're also going to be in the zone of truth.
Sure.
Right.
It's not quite.
So, take
All right.
some care. It could get turned on you.
Are you afraid
Well,
of
his
me?
legs
Yes,
down,
I
we can
mean,
throw him
no.
back to the corner if need be.
So where do you center it?
Who you asking? Me or him?
Who's casting it?
I'm casting Zone of Truth.
And so there's a 15-foot radius if you centered it pretty much on him.
Perfect. Then I'm not in it. And I'm okay with that.
Okay?
Okay?
And so he rolls his charisma check. Natural 1.
Noise. and then I will cast Detect Thoughts on him.
And I assume you try to do it passively at first?
No, it's a verbal somatic. Like, it's obvious I'm doing something.
Yeah. Okay. And so is that charisma also?
It's a wisdom, but you don't actually make the save right away. I cast it on one turn, and then I get, like, surface level thoughts. It's only if I want to probe for, like, specific information that he has to start making saves.
That's kind of what I was asking. All right.
Service thought. Okay, but what if you ask him a question? Can you read the answer that he thinks in his own head?
That's kind of the surface level thoughts, in my mind at least. Like, because, someone says pink elephants, you think of pink elephants for a second.
Well,
Lauren asks, who controls the purple worm?
He's going to think of somebody.
We'll get something, and if it's worth probing deeper, I'll probe deeper.
There we go.
That's my hope, at least. And also, like, if he's starting to think of a lie to say, like, we'll at least know, because he has to work around the whole zone of truth thing. So, all right.
I'll ask you again, Orc. Who's controlling the worm, and how do they do
Hey. You look funny in tin can. Total truth. Now detect thoughts. Let's open. So I have zone of truth here, but if we open up detect thoughts,
detect thighs.
Hello.
thoughts. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right.
No, Glenn said detect thighs, I thought.
Yeah.
It's indeed what he said.
That's what it looked like he was typing the first time.
So then he needs to make some wisdom throw. Is that what we were saying?
If I probe deeper.
Right here. Questions verbally directed at the target. State focus thoughts are spelled particularly effective as part of interrogation.
Yep. That's what it's designed for.
Ta-da.
And so I'm sorry. What was the wisdom? Yeah, plus nothing.
All right.
Got more looks than brains.
Excellent.
All right. So briefly, it was you get a vision of a dark-skinned elf.
All right. Dark-skinned elf. Any dark-skinned elves that we are aware of in this occupation?
What occupation would that be?
The occupation of Fortitude.
Oh,
Like, I'm wondering if there's a name of someone I know who's been in Fortitude before that I could say. To try
Everybody
to
else
trip
thought
them
you
up.
meant in this line of work
Yeah.
as an occupation.
no.
Oh,
There, yeah, like, well, of all the purple worm wranglers I know of,
Right.
and so no, there are no dark-skinned elves that you are aware of in Fortitude.
all right. Well, I will. I'll tell Lauren. Dark-skinned elf. That's who we thought of.
All right. It's immediately what I thought of.
That occurred to me as well.
Am I not allowed to see?
I just pulled the picture of Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Marcus.
Oops.
That's who I thought
Whose
of
side are
too.
you on?
Hey, you never know what he had to do to bargain his way out of hell.
Yeah, right.
Means we got some time travel going on.
Oh, that's right, because we went. That's right. He's off.
How do they control it? Is it magic? Is it a wand? What method are they using to control this creature?
And yeah. So, and he says, "What pitiful god you serve? Are you was it a Throm pansy?"
See how you are.
He's not very polite, is he?
No.
He is an orc general. I'm just saying.
But the brief thought is a picture of this. Let's see if I got it spelled right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Using a bullet to control the worm?
Well, so Ken sees that in his head. Does he know what it is?
What the heck is that? All right, as quickly as I can.
And the word the word that comes to your mind is burrow shark.
Burrow shark. Burrow shark. Burrow shark. Okay. Yeah, this isn't concentration. All right, I will. Basically, minor illusion. A burrow shark in my hand. Actually, no, on the table, on the floor in front of Lauren. Like that. How does that control a worm?
Right. How does this control a worm?
And what you see in your head is an explosion that blows you up. You can see in his mind, he's envisioning your heads exploding.
Oh, swell.
Alright, I'm gonna be.
And he doesn't even really answer. He just kind of laughs.
Is there anything like on the tables here? Oh, wait, there's a. Can I will ask Ogwe to smack him on the head with his spiritual weapon to get him to stop thinking of our heads exploding.
And he kind of pushes himself off into this corner to kind of get away a little bit.
Alright, let's be more productive.
Right.
Where am I?
That's of no consequence right now. I need to know where this thing is and where the person is who's running this thing. This burrow shark, this thing that we see.
You see you see mountains in your head.
Any mountains that Zorok would recognize?
Stony, and at the very top, maybe hints of snow here and there. They're mountains.
Just generic mountains, okay. It's not like, Grand Teton where you would know it if you saw a picture of it.
If it were Mount Hutno, you would recognize it. Otherwise, you wouldn't.
Okay.
So, no indication that it's Mount Hutno.
Are purple worms from the mountains?
Stop messing with my head. He should make some more checks, actually. All right? But I'll do it on the next question. Those are freebies.
Excellent. What else to ask? We've got an image of a person. We've got an image of a creature that they're using. I don't know. Somehow they're using the bullet to control.
I will need to know my way home. when I'm set free.
All in good time.
That's a big assumption.
Yeah, Simsies. Yeah,
Yeah.
Has it been an hour yet?
Again, you're worrying about the wrong thing.
I guess, I mean, you could keep trying to poke it. Who is there a person?
Yeah, I mean, what's involved with going deeper, Ken? If we want to chase either the dark-skinned person or the...
Yeah, so I think this is kind of up to however Dave interprets the spell. So we did the wisdom saving throw, so gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Right.
Something such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
So we know when it's supposed to show up. We know she's planning to use it to level the town to find the thing she's looking for.
Right.
And now
We know the person controlling it is a dark-skinned elf.
dark elf
And they're using a burrow shark as part of the control mechanism.
and some connection to the mountains. Okay.
All right, let's answer some of these. Let's answer some of this question though. It failed. You gain insight into its reasoning. Its emotional state is frustrated that he's been captured, right? And something that looms large in its mind, and that would be more the eventual conquering of taking control of the. He gives two hoots about this Thome of Dragonkind. He's only there on assignment, right? He is more concerned about the greater war. And so maybe what looms on his mind is moving on from this pitiful assignment. Emotional state, yeah. So, I mean, frustrated with being caught, frustrated, and maybe there's some amount of expectation of escaping or being rescued.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also he probably thinks of the Red Wizards and Symmetrix and how powerful she is.
Right.
And then after he thinks through all that, and you seem to be, he knows you're in his head, and he leans forward and he pounds his head against the wall. And he's starting to gather his wits back to him. He leans forward again. And he pounds his head against the wall again. He's too tough.
He's trying to knock himself out so he can't read his mind anymore.
Well, let's see if we can't address that.
Starts leaning forward again.
Lorne, I'm sure I trust this room is not so big that I can't get there in normal movement. Yeah, I'll try to get to him before he does that again.
You step toward me. He goes, "Where's the Thome of Dragons?"
Haha.
As his eyes are tearing. I must get out of here. If you just give me the Thome of Dragons.
You can't lie, but you don't have to answer in a direct, or you can evade the question.
Right. How best to do that and stay within the rules.
Probably just not answer.
Right.
So
He's leaning forward, and he's kind of,
I'm going to grab his head.
yeah. He's going to punch you in the side of your head.
He can try.
Well, he's got the manacles in his hand.
Yeah.
After he gives his hand a wrap, now he's got a fistful of chain.
Go for it.
that's gonna sound awesome in your whole.
5 feeble attempt He doesn't hit you. He hits you on the shoulder and says, and he kind of drops because he's weakened. And he, then with his other hand, he just grabs your collar of your breastplate.
Okay.
Where is the Thome of Dragons?
I'd rather not say.
What kind of paladin are you? Worthless.
I beg to differ.
One who's been pushed to the brink.
Indeed.
Give us the tome and we'll be out of your hair.
Yeah, we can't do that.
So you do have it.
Like, well,
Does it look like I do? Of course I don't.
You don't have it.
I
on you.
don't have it.
You don't have it on you currently.
Whatever.
Right?
I don't have it. And that's the truth.
It's true.
But you could give it to us if we wanted it. You as much as said so.
You know what?
As your lawyer, I urge
don't
you
think you
not to
could.
answer that question.
You know what? So, you know what? Knock yourself out. And Lauren backs out of the circle.
Yeah, and he leans back. He pounds his head against the wall again.
Go for it. Oh, can't move. Oh, there I am.
so between his attempts, I think Zerwalk is now going to start. Basically, like, where is Symmetrix?
Oh, nice.
And it's like, I don't know where. Fortitude. He just kind of laughs, but you see the wizard tower in Fortitude.
Could ask who
Okay.
who the Red Wizard had in her tent.
Good point.
I'm not there,
I know.
but you could.
Right. Certainly it's on our
Who
mind
is the
after
wizard
the
in your camp?
Oh, got it.
What'd you say, Ken?
Oh, who is the wizard in your camp?
Is that your next question?
That's my next one. Next time he hits his head, that's going to be my question.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
I'm hoping as he hits himself, he gets more and more dazed and just starts answering.
Actually, we're gonna give him disadvantage on that. Oh, it doesn't. 14 probably failed anyway. 14 failed. and Winifred. And he kind of laughs and Winifred Laughingsteel is her name. Was the female wizard in the camp.
Who was with her?
And he pictures the orcs that were sent into there. He leans forward and bashes his head against the wall. Kind of turns his head sideways. And he starts breathing.
I don't know that we're going to get much more. I mean, I'm not saying this to him. I don't in my head. I'm not sure we're going to get much more out of this.
Ask
clown.
Glenn's question.
What? I thought Zerok did.
Who was with her? That's
Yeah, and I said, I
Yeah.
said as much when I said who else was in, or who was. Yeah.
That wasn't exactly.
Okay.
who was in the tent? Who was in?
Be more
Yeah, who was in the
ask it in a different way that he has to be more
Right.
specific.
Who did the Red Wizard have in her tent?
Right. Who did the Red Wizard have in her tent, other than the orcs?
And he leans forward and just in his weakness he tries and Zerok, you see Dag.
What?
Dag.
Dun, dun, dun. What?
Thank you,
no.
traitor.
What the?
But you see Dag
In drag.
and Drag. No. You see him the image that he conjures in his head is a very peaceful Dag lying on a couch with some sort of gem on his forehead.
Ah.
But
Under some sort of trance, I assume. Or spell or charm or
But Dag was here.
Once-
Someone who looks
wants
like
to think the
Dag,
dag that was here is not our dag.
Huh.
Ooh.
Dag have a twin?
Evil twin?
Oh.
evil dag.
Evil Dag. Daggone Dag. Alright, so now we know who else was in the tent. Is there anything else we're going to get out of him, Zerwak?
How long was he there?
Don't use pronouns.
How long was Dag in the tent? With the Red Wizard, other than yours.
He thinks, who's Dag?
How long was the halfling in the tent?
How long indeed? Well, 3 days.
Dang.
That's less than ideal, I've got to say.
How to train someone. If that has something to do with controlling the worm.
What was she doing to him?
And so again, the only picture with that question, he doesn't really know, but all you see is a picture of Dag laying peacefully on a cot with the gem on his forehead, because he's not going to know the minutia of exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Was he there willingly?
So I think the picture speaks loudly enough. Yeah, he's not resisting. Yeah, but does it make sense that he would do that? Not, the Dag wouldn't be. You've never seen Dag calm or still for more than 2 seconds at a time. Unless he was analyzing something.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's also asleep, so. At this, he's very peaceful. He doesn't seem to be resisting, but his eyes are closed and the gem's on his head. How long would Katota stay as a tree?
Oh, once the forest quieted down.
Yeah, so like I said, after they charged in there after you, they couldn't find you. They searched the immediate area in a reasonable radius for a good 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. They didn't find you. And then people started to trickle in. It probably took another 20 minutes for them to be dispersed enough where you don't see them anymore. To the extent that a tree can see.
Hear? Vibration?
Yeah, I don't know. Could you perceive what's going on?
Sense? I guess we've always kind of played it that you could sense your surroundings.
Well, yeah. So, what do I have written down? While a plant talk can gain information but cannot communicate.
All right. I think that's reasonable. You're aware of your surroundings.
Right.
So after 20 minutes or so, it seems like there's no orcs around. And, and maybe after another 10 minutes, you haven't seen one in 10 minutes.
Okay, so it's probably safe. We'll do a charisma.
What did we set the level at? Was it 18?
16.
Nah, it's too easy.
I mean, you can change it if you want. You are the DM.
Yeah, I could, but... Yeah, let's make it 18.
He has to get an 18 to change.
On his charisma check. He has like a plus 10 to it or something like that.
Nat 1 plus. What is my charisma?
It isn't a matter of if you succeed. It's a matter of how long does it take.
My charisma is only a plus 3, so that's a 4.
Okay. But you start trying, right?
Yeah.
And so you make another, you start straining against that. And so let's roll a d10 to see how long it takes you in minutes.
Is it the whole trying to turn back?
Nat 1.
Well, in this case, that's a good thing.
1
Yeah.
minute.
So after, it only takes you a minute to finally figure out the sequence of arcane thoughts that allow you to transform back into Katota. Or Senior Katota.
Senior Da.
Senior Ta. And so you come out of it and the forest seems somewhat calm. You didn't run that far into it. You couldn't have. Right?
Now, Ta, if I remember correctly, was in like a goblin, not a goblin.
You were an orc, yes.
Not orc. It was.
No, it was bear. The
The large. Yeah.
what do they call it? Bugbears.
Well, not a bugbear. Bugbears are really big, right?
Yeah, it was a bugbear.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I do believe.
Not owlbear.
Not an owlbear, bugbear.
Right.
This guy.
Go further back.
This is a bugbear. And so you're here.
But probably want to take not the same form, since that guy's wanted.
Odd that I don't have that captured. But glad you guys remember.
And so what do? I mean, your initial is you.
Right, but I can take an action to change
Yeah.
it. Will turn into an elven female.
An elven female. Okay. Do I have an elven female? Sure. We'll call her elven female. All right, those orcs aren't there. Wondering why I couldn't see them.
Camouflaged.
I don't know if there was 100, but there were many.
There it is. I didn't have it noted. Just further back than I thought.
And some of those have gone. Did Katota sense them following the trail? So that's 15. That's pretty much a solid yes. So you got the sense that there was a posse that was formed that headed off following a trail. Maybe you sensed that the horses ran off. Maybe you sensed that they went in the same direction.
An intuition would tell you to stay when you're wanted to stay off the main trail, right? I think that's fair.
Well, this was no main trail. They're going through the wilderness, through a field, because they didn't follow any specific trail. They headed east by southeast, kind of an arc around Fortitude. But that might have been a somewhat similar path to the way you came.
So Tom would.
Now you know that elves are not necessarily friendly. The orcs don't. Elves are on the side of the humans, right?
Yes, but I could weave a story if I needed.
Okay.
The whole point was to look different.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You also know that anyone caught wandering would be asked for papers. Which you would...
Ta will rely on his
Wits, all right.
wisma.
Wisma.
Wit and charisma.
That's the wisdom and charisma mixed
Right.
is your wisma.
You're a wisma.
Whimsery.
Ta has surprisingly high wisdom, given, Ta.
But you were a bugbear pretty much the whole time, so even if you were Ta, they wouldn't know you. Right? I'm okay with what you're doing. I was just trying to offer an alternative of, because you're like, well, I don't want to look the same. I'm like, well, the whole time you were running around, you were a bugbear casting fireballs. So, food for thought.
True. Ta will not head directly back to the secret lair,
Okay.
just in case.
What will he do?
Would head. So from where we are now, what direction is?
All right. So
Temple.
the camp is somewhere between Fortitude and the river. It was just north of it. All right. The Fortitude, and then about a mile north is the Neverwinter River. On the Neverwinter River, there is a mill, and somewhere in between is this camp.
And then where's the temple? The Winterstone Temple.
Oh, the Winterstone Temple. The Winterstone Temple is more east, straight east, if anything, southeast of Fortitude. In just inside the woods. And we knew it would take an hour ish to
Southeast. So.
Here,
Right.
I can bring up a map. Maps. Which one do I like best?
Does it have granular detail for that area?
No.
That's really what we need.
Yeah.
Maybe like the Sword Coast map.
Yeah,
that you have.
I was just gotta get it. How far can I zoom in on this?
I thought you had a.
I have one. I just gotta figure out which one it is. This is it. This is the one I usually use. All right, this is Neverwinter, Fortitude, right? The mill is up here somewhere, and the Winterstone Temple's in here somewhere. So you'd have to go into these woods or...
How open are the banks of the river? It looks pretty open.
It is very open. It's a river with fields on either side of it.
And would you say the camp is on the edge of the plains? Like
The camp is in
or is it in
the fields, right? It does not border the river.
But it borders the woods.
The camp does not border the woods. There is just spots of trees.
Spot trees.
This is not the beginning of the woods here.
Oh, okay. I was.
It's just like a grove of trees.
Okay. Yeah, go back to the map for a second. So Todd doesn't want to head straight there and leave, tracks leading straight to the Winterstone. So Todd's going to head into the woods. I'm thinking, just go
Due east,
Due
until
east.
you hit the woods.
until you hit the woods, and then we'll
Follow the edge of the woods down.
probably double back a few times on tracks, try to conceal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you waited until they had given up searching for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that some group of them did leave following something,
Certainly,
right?
yeah.
And so you could only surmise perhaps that they were following your group,
Right.
right? So you would know that, yeah, going due east of the woods is probably safe, and heading south along the edge of the woods would be safe until you got maybe closer to the Winterstone Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But this is going to take you a good hour, probably more like an hour and a half.
Being cautious, and careful, doubling back.
You didn't go the straight way, right?
Walking through streams, doing all the pulling out all the tricks.
Right. To hide, mask your path.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, really, we should be going back to the interrogation because that is taking the least amount of time. I gave you a while to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't know that guy.
Anything else you want to ask him before he knocks himself unconscious?
Zervok, any thoughts? Because I'm about to plumb out ideas here.
No, just let him knock himself out.
I agree.
So
Knock yourself out.
That's what I said.
He leans forward and bangs his head, and he slumps forward unconscious.
Excellent.
All right, let's tie him up.
Yep.
Well, he has the manacle on one arm.
Well,
Oh yeah, but like fully tie him up.
yeah.
What more than you got to do than manacle him? His arms behind his back.
Like, yeah, and then tie his legs together so he can't move around.
His legs are already manacled together.
Yeah, but he's talking.
He's able to hop around.
Yeah, Zervok's point is he's still ambulatory. We don't want that.
Actually, wasn't this room that they had hooks on the wall that you could manacle him to the wall?
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll definitely, we'll reapply the manacle. Make sure that the hand the foot that slipped out, we'll get that reapplied.
The foot didn't slip out, right?
Or whatever.
He had one hand manacled to nothing. His legs were manacled to each other.
Right.
So, describe to me how you are tying him up. Also, laying on the ground somewhere is his battle axe.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to move that out of range.
Yeah, Zerwalk will pick that up.
And anything else of a weaponry nature, like if he's got a dagger in his boot
Probably.
or on his belt or some kind of shiv in his gauntlet, we're gonna pick him over for all that stuff. And then
But you're gonna let him keep his possessions, other possessions, otherwise.
yeah,
I wouldn't.
No.
Survey says apparently not.
I think Zerwalk, depending on what kind of armor hat, I think he's like just be cutting off stuff.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Well, let's
best he can because he's short.
take him down to.
Oh, there you go. Start taking off all his ornaments.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, we got as much as realistically we got as much from him as we're gonna get, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's unconscious. I mean, part of me wants to just dump his butt outside and let him find his way back to his folks. I mean,
We can't do that.
Huh?
We basically told him that we know where the tome is.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Absolutely did.
Then why are we bothering to tie him up? He's a threat
I guess we want to interrogate him again.
to what end?
Maybe this is all resolved in a few days.
You have a hungry tiger.
There
We
we
do have
go.
a hungry tiger.
There we go. Let's not waste our time tying them up. Beyond
First things first, though. Zerwalk's gonna step into the circle. And, go, I am Zerwalk. I have known you for 3 years, and point to Lorne. We met at an inn before going to the Sunless Citadel. And then point to Ogwe and go, you showed up claiming to be from the Harpies. I met you a day ago, 2 days ago.
He's talking to Oogway?
Yeah. And then I'm going to go stand... Basically, I'm going to stand in front of the door and go, no one leaves here until I'm content that everyone is who they say they are.
And Oogway looks at you and back to Lauren, like in confusion, like what the heck? And you're motioning him to, and he says, "I'm trying to do the what an old. I'm Oogway. I'm a harper, sent here to help you. Stop the worms. And maybe find the Thome of Dragons."
What? Wait, that wasn't his mission?
Absolutely was.
Find it?
Secure it.
There's a difference.
Well, no, well.
There it is. Okay, I'm done. It does exist. Well, yeah. Well, I guess our primary concern was trying to save the town from
Yes.
destruction and
Right.
friends.
But it was a secondary
To find the thing. Okay.
and make sure it was safe.
Okay.
We can go back and watch the videos. Satisfied? Or what are you, gnome or halfling?
Gnome.
Satisfied gnome. And he starts walking out.
Wait, what was the last? That is my gnome?
Are you satisfied, gnome?
Yes.
And he starts walking out. And then he looks at Lorne.
Everything you said is true, brother. I've never forgotten our first meeting.
He's not your brother.
Brother in arms.
Brother in arms. Brother
Brother
in
in arms.
spirit. He knew what I meant. Right. I've never forgotten how you backed me up outside the inn. And we've traveled near and far together. You know that I've been captain of the guard of the town at one time before this evil horde came. And served alongside Adric Brawn Anvil and Thok Bone Grinder. I am who I say I am.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back up. We have Darcel and Dag hiding in a bush, and they're watching this orc kind of standing in this little bit of a clearing where things have been trampled a little bit by horses. He's probably talking to them. Make me stay here and keep watching. While they go have fun. Actually, he's probably grumbling in Orcish. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna be quiet.
Yes, of course, but we can get back inside.
We're going to be patient. We're gonna have to wait for the rest of them probably to come back and leave. But we want to make sure they don't find
That's
the entrance.
boring. I don't want to wait.
Want to go make friends with him and pick his pocket?
Okay.
No. No.
He starts to get up. You pull him back up.
But if he wants to, like, stealthily make his way through the woods to make some noise to draw him off, he could do that. At least buy you a chance to get in.
No.
Then he'd be stuck up here by
I
himself.
don't want to be stuck out here by myself.
He's super stealthy. He can backstab like nobody's business.
Very true.
Yeah, but we don't want them to come back here and find a dead orc.
I agree. Says the Lord on your shoulder.
Can you charm a chipmunk or something?
No.
What kind of ranger are you?
The kind that could shoot a booger out of your nose from 100 yards.
Cool. You could hit that?
100 yards, yeah.
Boring. I gotta pee. Every time you play hide and seek, right?
Mm-hmm. Without fail.
Maybe you could scare him with your, like, oh no, it's this. You got to do something to make a snaring strike work. I was thinking if you had a, like, what am I thinking of?
Like mold earth or something?
Well, no, I know that's a druid thing, but like I thought rangers had like the whole. You could mess with terrain to some extent, like freak this guy out, make him think the woods are alive or something. Scare him
Not a
off.
particular skill of mine.
Really? I gotta pee. Don't you have to pee?
I mean, the other option is to, like, subdue this guy and stuff him down into here, and then we got another prisoner we got to deal with. I'd rather they just
Go away.
Yeah.
And trust me, we're all with you.
5 minutes pass, 10 minutes pass, 30 minutes pass. And Dag just becomes more and more annoying. Stealthily annoying, but annoying nonetheless. Eventually, they do start to make their way back. And you have 8 orcs, one of which is a captain, a beefier looking, not the general,
Yeah.
but obviously a more leadership worthy.
And the Red
orc.
Wizard?
Yeah.
And they're leading the horses back, and they have 4 horses, and the Red Wizard is riding one. And she comes to the area, and she starts to do oogity boogities.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Do you have anything magic on you?
Magic, like a magic item?
Like something that... anything.
Something
Yeah.
that detect magic would happen to find.
Yeah.
Like your plus
Yeah.
super duper.
Not to
Like-
mention
My super
Dag
big-
there with his little sword also. His... Yeah, your protection, your danger sword. Yeah, it's glowing
Thrumming on your hip.
as she gets done with her oogity boogities, and she looks right over toward your bush. And she points.
And how far away are they?
Sure. This is number of feet. It's got to be at least 20, all right? So this plus 20. Well, 45 feet.
Okay. Dad, get ready to run. I am going to cast Conjure Barrage. Fire a piece of ammunition into the air and create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then shoot forward in a 60-foot cone.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to here. Activate. And we're gonna pretend this is the area, right? That's not what I want. We're gonna move you off. Let's see. How many did I grab? That's 6. Find me a named one. I got a named one right here. And her.
Oops, that wasn't what I wanted.
All right, so they're somewhere like this, amongst all these trees. And let's see here, let's grab. Where did my PCs go? NPCs? Players. Players or PCs? What do I call you? PCs. And we have Darcel. Put you down about here. That feels about right. Dag. Down here. Alright. So I don't know, is that about 45? Not quite, but probably good enough.
Yep. So each creature in my 60-foot cone has to do a dex failing throw.
Alright. Let's see, normal orcs have a +1 dex. We'll give the captain +2 dex. So we have 6 at +1. No, okay, that could be one of them, but. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I got 2 that might have succeeded. The 18.
It's against a 16.
3 of them might have. These were +1, remember? So yeah, 2 of them, and then with roll 1 for the captain. He failed. 1 for the wizard with disadvantage because she's on a horse. Failed. All right, what happens?
17 points of piercing damage to the ones that failed, and half. So was that 8? Round up or down?
17 points of damage.
Yeah.
Fall. 4 of them fall.
But probably not the captain of the wizard.
And the wizard sees you stand up and do it, and she says, hold.
Oh, crap.
And hold person. Stop in the name of love. And it's wisdom failing throw.
Okay.
Roll high.
I know. No, I was like, I mean, no, yeah. My idea was to shoot it and book it, but okay.
Well, they would get a response.
He's way far away.
All right. That's probably not gonna do it. That's an 11.
Yeah, you are how'd you do it? Whatever pose you were in.
I shot my bow.
Yeah,
And
your hands out like this, holding your bow, and you're just. And Dad goes, "Is it time to run yet?" Darcel. Is it time to run yet?
And what is it? Paralyzed or what am I?
You are paralyzed.
Okay.
So
when
can
he
you not
tugs-
speak, or can you just not move?
Incapacitated. Can't move or speak.
Oof.
So then, like, if Dag pulls on my tunic, do I fall over? Or do I...
He's not pulling on that hard.
Okay.
And so then she starts to cross over towards you as the
Oh, okay. She failed it too, right?
I deleted one too many. Yes, she did. She took some damage.
Yeah.
It was 2 regular orcs, and then the orc captain had enough hit points that he wouldn't have died. And this is just to signify that he's the orc captain, some mark. And they go over. They start walking toward it, and Dag is looking like, and he starts to dash off. And the captain points at him, and they start running, chasing after Dag. But these two come up, and she says to the captain, "This would only last for a moment." And she starts to cast another spell. Sleep.
Oh, no.
Sleep.
I hope you have too many hit points for this.
Yeah, maybe.
Or else they're going to have a captive they can interrogate.
It's gonna suck.
Okay, well, paralyzed means you failed strength and dex saving throws, but that's not what...
There's no
the
saving
say.
throw for sleep.
Oh, okay.
How many hit points do you have?
50.
That's a lot. And I think that's probably too many. So she would know that.
Would she?
Absolute. No doubt.
She knows... Okay.
She,
At her level, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just make sure that she can't cast this at a higher level. 5d8, probably a 20. I mean, upcast it. Yeah, she doesn't have a spell that big. Let's see here. As she contemplates what she's going to do, just like you guys contemplate your stuff, she's contemplating her stuff. How long did the whole person last? Oh, it lasts a minute, but you might save from it. This is a problem. And you see the big orc is readying an action that if you seem to slip out of it, he's going to pummel you.
Well,
With his...
Giant axe.
something.
Okay.
Something large. Axe, hammer, club.
Oh,
Spike.
this is what she does. Polymorphs.
Oh, crap.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Polymorphs him or polymorphs?
Polymorphs him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something into, and so, a chicken. So, polymorphs you into a chicken, and wisdom saving throw. Do you have any modifiers on that?
Yeah.
So even though you're paralyzed.
Paralyzed doesn't affect wisdom.
All right, very good.
I can still think.
Yeah, if you look at the paralyzed condition, it'll tell you if it does anything to saving throws.
13.
That's a fail. Bam, you're a chicken, and the orc reaches down and grabs you by the legs and stuffs you in a bag. Cinches is up. Well, that's a start. she says. and she goes, there's still something magical here. I don't know to what extent you can hear. Because the detective, as she starts to do her oogly booglies again.
Well, I don't know. Can I still understand the languages I can understand as a chicken?
So usually in the polymorph, you keep your mental stats,
Yeah, okay.
and you just lose your physical stats.
No, you don't. Not with polymorph.
Not with polymorph.
Oh, it's not like...
Yeah, you keep your like general personality and
shape.
alignment, but you like fully take on the stats of whatever you are.
You're thinking wild shape.
Oh, I am.
So I'm a chicken and I only understand chicken. No, it's...
Oh, that's
Oh yeah, you're.
I'm a frozen chicken.
You're a paralyzed frozen chicken.
you're on your way to becoming a nugget, my
Yeah.
friend. Sorry.
All right.
You might be free of that because aren't both of them concentration? You
Ooh.
can dance. You can do the chicken dance.
Yeah. Eventually, you'll pop out of the trance, but there is no save for polymorph. I don't believe. You are a chicken for 1 hour, or until saved. Meanwhile, Ta, you would be traveling. This is going to take you an hour to get there, so you are at least. Well, by the time they went off and back, that might have been the 30 minutes that it took you to get there.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Let's get him back in the game.
Ken posted a funny.
That's your future.
Wings. That looks yummy. Now I want Buffalo Wild Wings. I had bad wings last night. Knuckles didn't have good wings. Have you ever been to Knuckles?
Yeah, we've gotten their pizza a few times.
Yeah.
Congrats on your guys' win, by the way, or your
Oh yeah.
placement.
Yeah. So we went to, Knuckles has trivia on Wednesday nights, and we went, and it was a great story. We're losing. We're not good, right? But the final question is,
Your future.
is wager kind of like a Jeopardy style, right? You can wager some of your up to 25 points. We could wager.
Yeah.
We were so far behind. We wagered it all.
Right, you got to when you're behind.
But then April actually got the question right.
Ah.
It was like, what performer had the longest hiatus between number one hits?
A singer?
Performer, Billboard top artist. And it was 74 to 99 where he gave the dates.
Who was the guy? The song "Unforgettable" was about.
Oh.
Nat King Cole, Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
That's
Was he
a
actually
great.
in it, or was that
That's
her?
a great guess, but the Natalie Cole version would have been 89, not 99.
Okay. Wait, so 99?
It was from 74 to 99.
The same artist had...
A hit. In the
Elvis?
highest,
25 years apart.
Elvis, like a post.
no.
99?
Decent enough guess, but no. April actually got it right.
Sweet. I'm not a music guy.
Aretha Franklin?
No.
Tina Turner.
But I will say that it was a female artist.
Okay, Tina Turner would be a good guess.
Well, if you think about Tina Turner, she had hits in the 80s. What's love got to do with it? So it would have been 74.
Well,
So it was
I
easy-
didn't know how far back she went.
It was easy enough.
Ray Osmond.
Oh, you're getting closer, but no.
No?
It's a he. Donnie Osmond.
She.
Oh, she. Oh, you said she. Sorry.
Closer. Dolly Parton?
Good guess.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah. I do.
He's thinking.
He's
so-
thinking.
Yeah.
I'll be patient.
That's probably gonna be someone I've never heard of before.
74 and 99.
April actually saw her.
Cher.
It was Cher.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Cher really had no hits between 74 and 99?
Well,
there-
no, I didn't say
Number
none.
one.
Or
Oh.
no number,
No number one hits.
no
Number
number
one.
one hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So she pulled it out.
Yeah. So the thing is, there might have been 10 teams playing this, and we were middle to lower half of the points, but we wagered everything, and the whole time we're talking trash because her daughter and husband and friends were in a different table, different group, and they're kicking our. I mean, they're kicking our butts the whole time. But with the final, we actually beat them. We got second place. They got third place. So it was hilarious. There's no way we should have done that, but we happened to get the last
No,
question.
that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's there for.
I was going to say, and somebody who's 20 years old is not going to know that Cher had a number one hit.
Oh, and they had other questions that were equalizing too. They had like a whole series of questions on nursery rhymes, right? That April and Chris were very good at. They had sports questions, which I'm better at, or some music ones I'm a little better at. But current music, not so much. Classic rock, 80s music, okay.
I would be bad at all of those, I think.
Yeah. Everyone has their skills, right? Anyway, we digress.
So now that we've lubed you up and made you feel good, so I don't. Whatever the timeline is, I don't know what Shaw's gonna walk into or walk by.
So give me a stealth check.
Certainly.
Well, you came looking for me?
Well, he's working his way back to town.
No.
Maybe not.
Making his way back to the Winterstone Temple.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
17.
17 stealth. All right. And so their group investigation. Yeah. So they don't see you, and you see. Do you see them? I guess. Well, eventually you will see them. Eventually you see orcs are searching the woods near where you think the Winterstone Temple would be. And it's a matter of what do you do.
Did he get there in time to see the chicken problem?
I think that's a separate question.
No, but let's say. Well, that would be almost no way, right? So this is going to be -8 on the. So that is a 3. So there's no. These are they're opposite. They're not both odd or both even. So this doesn't affect that. The chaos factor for you would probably in this moment would probably be a 5. It's not fully chaos, but
It's pretty chaotic.
there's orcs
Stuff
around.
going around.
All right, and so 5. This is, but that wasn't. So you don't. Almost no way you were going to see them turn into chicken. But I'm going to make it a little bit easier. -4, let's say. Did you see the orcs chasing something into the woods? I think that feels more reasonable. Maybe not like. I'm going to bump that up to -2. All right. So it's still a no, because that's only 3. -2 is only a 1. And so this doesn't matter because they're not both odd or both even. So you don't really see that.
Okay.
But eventually you get there, and there is an orc. You get to where you see the Winterstone Temple, and where the stump would be, but you don't go in because you see nearby is a female seeming wizard of Thay in her red robes talking to a rather large orc that seems a little bit tougher than the normal orc.
Yeah, I would steer clear of that.
Yeah, well, you see they're there.
By the way, it occurred to me.
And at last I knew, you were in female elf form.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. By the way, what?
So when they were poking around, they had the horses with them, right?
Yeah, the horses. There'd be 4 horses here.
Yeah. Did they survive? Did they make their deck saves?
Did the horses?
Yeah.
Perhaps not.
The horse or the orcs?
The horses.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Was one of them named Ed?
Yeah. Horses dex is plus nothing.
Oh, you've got it there. How many?
Yeah.
How many?
They've only got 13 hit points. So
Well, then
if I
they're-
hit one, they're toast.
Plus nothing, you say?
Mm-hmm. Unless they
Oh,
saw it
one
coming.
of them saved.
One of them jumped out of the way. Okay. And 3 dead horses.
Three dead horses.
And 1 pissed off horse.
So that's what you see, and you're just gonna hunker down.
Yes.
All right, that puts us back underground.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Seemingly unconscious Grog, you've chained him up. Tell me more about how you chained him up. Or did you? You stripped him of all his gear.
Right.
So, nice shiny axe, nice shiny dagger, a lot of gems. So, I mean, this is an orc. He has some ornamental stuff. You feel like this gear could be worth a lot of gold even.
Hey.
All right. And there's at least, well, let's see. Ooh, it says 6. A series of 6 vials on his belt.
Nice.
Stocked up on 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Take all that.
5-hour
Yep.
working.
All right. Okay, the tie-up thing.
Are the pegs like things you can like hang on, like they're up high?
Yes, because they're not really. They weren't really ever meant to be like tie-up points. They were where things got hung up, like hats and cloaks and scarves from the snowman room.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could make the argument that they're high enough that if we put his hands up over them, he'd be not suspended, but at an awkward position.
They are obviously not what they were designed to do, though.
Right. No, I get that.
Not use serious wall anchors. But...
We're just gonna. I'm sure. I mean, I could go to my pack. I'm sure I've got a rope. We've probably got some rope, and we could like full on. You know, because we only got one manacle on him, and if we're not going to be allowed to remanacle it, then we're going to cinch his hands and cinch his ankles, so that he
Beyond the manacles, the
yeah
already.
right, yeah. I mean, we don't want this guy moving. I mean, we've disarmed him.
You're going to hog tie him.
Yeah, we're basically going to hog tie him, but not necessarily behind hog tie. Yeah, no, you know what? We will hog tie his hands behind him, because I don't want him doing like even using his arms and the gap in his arms to choke anybody out. So yeah, his hands are tied behind him with rope, clinched at the wrist, and
On top of the manacles.
On top of the manacles.
The detect thoughts I had going on him, does it seem like he actually knocked himself out, or is he just pretending?
Yeah, he was pretending. Or he is pretending. Does he know
Okay.
you know?
I'm going to like, because we had the whole verify who we are.
Right.
Once that is done, I think I would have. How would I have done it? We're in a tiny room. Which direction is his face pointing?
The way it is right now?
All right, I probably would have backed myself into the corner, and then as we're verifying who we are, pointed and went shook my head, not asleep.
Okay. So, are you telling me, Dave, that he let us take all this stuff off him if he's pretending? Okay. Big time pretender. All right.
He was just looking for his opportune time to maybe make some sort of move.
Yeah.
He was hoping you'd just go away.
Right. Yeah. Well, my very sage friend Zerwalk said no deal, and he's probably not wrong. Is he going to let me tie his hands back behind him like that?
Yeah.
All right. Then that's what we do. Arms are tied behind, ankles are tied tighter. He's not going to be able to move or stand without aid. And he's been disarmed.
Why wouldn't he be able to stand?
Well, I mean, if he's tied at the ankles, It's not like, I mean, shackles probably have some modicum of chain between them.
But
right?
he could inch his way up against the wall if he wanted to.
He could.
Yeah, potentially.
You know,
Potentially.
but then he's going to be hopping like a pogo
You have done
stick.
nothing to prevent him from standing up. Not that it matters. I don't
hefty
know
are-
that it's going to matter.
I'll give you that.
How hefty are these tables?
Right. I don't know. Well, I should know. I mean, they're like workbenches. They're not. It's not like they're made out of marble or anything. They're wooden workbenches. Could have strapped them to one.
I think we
guess.
need to tie up Dave.
What are you going to tie me up for?
Because you're the size of an orc, and and then see if you can stand up.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'll give him that. Fine. He's gonna be hopping like a pogo stick, and
Yeah,
we'll
that's
take
fair.
him down. I'm not. That's what we do. You asked me what we did. Hands tied tight
Yeah.
behind his back, legs tied.
He is
tight at the
well
ankle,
tied up.
and leave him laying on the floor, and decide whether to slit his throat later. I mean, he's a threat to the town, and Lauren's not going to let anything happen to his town. So if that means I
Yeah.
got to kill him, that's what we'll do.
And then you leave? You drop your zone of truth,
Yeah,
And
and
you-
we're going to assume the time is expired.
and you leave him tied up in the room.
And you take his stuff.
Yes.
The moment I get out of the zone of truth, though, I'm trying to be conspicuous about it, or inconspicuous about it, but I'm going to say, we'll put the tiger out here.
Sure.
Because I want to make, my goal, at least, is to make him think that I was still in the truth zone when I said that.
Why not put the tiger out there?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I thought you actually meant it.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we could mean it.
You got a tiger. What else you got to do with it? You know, might as well put him to good
It's
use.
true. I mean, how well behaved is the tiger?
I don't know. We don't have our tiger keeper with us.
Yeah, I think other than Taw, people are a little bit skittish.
Yeah.
Although you guys have been feeding it. Taw was gone for months.
This is
Right.
true.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
somebody
All right.
down here has befriended
It
the
was
tiger.
probably Dag.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but he's not here
Dag
either.
was probably riding the tiger, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, he was sitting on it just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. But he's
There
not
you
here
go.
We'll
either.
stick the tiger out there.
I think that's a great idea. We'll say it loud enough that he hears it. Mr. I'm faking it.
Here, Rich Fuzzy Boots.
And you guys go back to the main room.
Yeah. Certainly the tiger can smell the orc from out here.
And you know, it's probably been 20 minutes and Darcel and Dag haven't come back. Well, more than that, because it took you 20 minutes.
part of an hour.
It's
Yeah.
probably closer to an hour.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
And are you close enough that you can hear them talk?
Probably not, if I were to guess.
Yeah, 'cause you're not getting.
Well, maybe gestures then, right?
It would definitely be within visual range to see when they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, as you watch them talking, and one of them's holding a bag with something kicking around inside of it, it's just a pill. Say
How long does the paralyze
an hour.
last? So probably not kicking around. Probably just.
Oh, the paralyzed. The paralyzed. Eventually, he
Okay.
passes his charisma save, and it becomes a chicken and it starts kicking. Right.
Okay.
And probably about then, the two orcs come back, shaking their head, and you see the female do more oogity boogities, and she's looking at the ground.
Does it look like she's looking in the direction of the stump?
Absolutely.
That's not a good sign.
Oh.
And probably less the stump and more the general shape of the temple underneath the stump.
So she could detect there's stuff down there,
Right.
but she doesn't know how to get in.
Yeah.
But
Because the sump we never said was magical.
Right.
It's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if she knows there's something down there, they might find it eventually.
Okay. What level is she?
Hey, lady, what level are you?
And they get on their horse and they start to ride off.
Oh,
Hey.
Didn't they kill all the horses?
Well, on the horse.
there's one.
And
Yeah.
she is riding the horse, gets on the horse that was good, and the captain and the two orcs, they start moseying back toward Fortitude.
Oh. And where's she going?
I don't know.
They're moseying all
Three of them.
All
okay.
3 orcs, 1 magic lady, moseying back toward Fortitude.
How much do you like this character?
Me?
I like my characters really. I think they're pretty cool
They're going
right
to
now.
Fortitude, not back the way they came from
Do you
camp.
7th level fireball like your character?
Ow!
You're not gonna be a nugget. You're gonna be charcoal at the bottom of the grill.
But you're a,
Well,
you're a
wait.
cleric. You can heal him.
So
Not,
when you're
not
polymorphed,
Well, that's not terrible.
I do
First, you
have a
do
revivify.
the hit points of the creature.
I do as
the
well.
chicken-
Then we go into your hit points.
Okay.
So the chicken's got what, 1 hit
Probably
I
point?
one.
do also have
yeah.
Spare the Dying.
Yeah.
Get it. Todd doesn't know. Todd knows that they
No.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Todd will drop a 7th level fireball on them.
Yes.
That high? Really?
Nuclear option, like, literally.
Okay.
And as you're about to cast this, you think, what happens when this scouting party never returns?
She
I'm
knows
also worried about the forest fire you're about to cause.
for later.
That's a tomorrow.
The
problem.
mushroom cloud. That,
Well,
you
no,
know,
it
gonna
might
go
just be-
and-
I mean,
A big black
we
circle.
know the forest is a good mile away from Fortitude also. So I'm not as worried about that. But eventually, someone's going to wonder what happened to the scouting party.
And the Red Wizard.
Not to mention the Red Wizard.
So they need to.
Okay.
Scouting party was
That's right.
Scouting party was basically all that was left of the camp, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not even close. I mean, most of the camp was off hiding, looking for.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, this was a
Dex
subset.
saving fail.
Okay.
Sorry, Glenn.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right.
If there's anything left of my of my body, if I'm not evaporated.
Actually, yeah, you have the stats of a chicken.
And then
And then him.
But then I turn back into me apparently, and
And then does it keep.
then I get cooked. Yes.
Okay, you'll be fine. It was 44 points damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Austin Powers. I'm very badly burned, but I'm still alive. If someone could come help me.
So did they pass or fail?
Well, first we're gonna find out for this is the wizard. She has a +2.
Okay.
That's a pass.
Oh.
All right. Now she'd already taken 8 points from you, plus 22.
22.
Yeah, she's not down. But the orc. He was a +3. He had already taken 17.
Yeah.
Oh, he took a full hit. Okay.
Yeah, but he had much more.
Okay.
And so this is +3. For what's your number?
16.
He saves. So I gotta start writing this
22.
down. So he was.
They must have hit under the horse.
This was
Horse took
17.
the impact.
It was,
22.
moving target.
How big is this thing?
It's
A lot. 22.
A 20-foot radius, so 40 foot.
All right. The other 2 orcs, they're toast. So even if they take half, they're
The
gone.
horse is also
The horse is sure the horse is gone.
toast.
Well, yeah, the horse only had like 5 points left to begin with.
All right,
You know what's next, right?
concentration check.
Me,
Concentration check.
Oh, and the chicken fails and fails.
Well, how many hit points is a... Well,
Chicken is one in a bag. You
no, because we need to check this because what he was saying is that he would lose all hit points as a chicken and then revert to...
and the damage continues on to the reverted phase. So
Well, would be his hit points, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he's... Yeah, okay.
And you're
Yeah.
just saying I automatically failed because I wasn't in a position to
You couldn't dodge.
dodge
Right.
it or something.
So it's 44 hit points. I'm guessing a chicken has 1.
Right.
So it's
So
43.
43 hit points to you.
All right.
Ow.
Yeah, that's all. Lots of pain.
Okay.
I got you out, right?
Face down in this charred
At the feet of the general and the wizard.
and this burning
You're
horse
not the
falls over
is
next
the
to me.
General's still alive.
I thought the general is captive.
I'm sorry, but the captain is captain.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
captain.
The captain.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I'm saying they're
Yes.
both
I
still
think
up.
it's we need to roll initiative.
Very roasted.
Fair?
This is just the three of them.
Yeah.
Where's my...
15. Guess I have to wait on my 6th level fireball.
But you went one above.
Oh, and 7th.
And now you're working back down.
Well, gotta work, yeah.
Yeah.
One nuke didn't work, so I guess I have to go for another nuke. No, depends.
I gotta get Darcel out of the way because there's not much left of Darcel.
True.
Providing he survives the.
All right, Katoto, what'd you get?
15.
And Darcel?
Hopefully higher.
19.
19. So Winifred rolled a 19, which would have been a 21. The Captain Oric rolled a 16, which would have been a 19. I will actually put him after you, so I'll make him an 18. And we'll resort. But Winifred gets to react.
Dang it.
And I think, oh man, how do I want to play this?
Chaotically, because Taw's involved.
Well, there's that.
Okay. Fine. On her turn, she will fireball you back.
I will attempt a counter spell. I was thinking a 5th level counter spell.
You're gonna use up your reaction then.
Yes.
She starts to oogly boogly and gets interrupted. But now, as a fireball, this is a 3rd level spell. You automatically counter that.
I assume so because it's a 5th level.
Yeah.
Yes. So the counter spell is higher than the.
Yep. All right. After Winifred is Darcel. You wake up, all your gear on the ground, prone, looking up at the charred. You looked up at a very angry orc and an angry red wizard.
And a big dog. So... Okay, so it takes half my movement to get up. Well, yeah, so I will go... I don't have any other. I got 2 of those left. Where is my... Where are you? There you are.
How far away am I?
Okay.
60 feet.
Okay.
All right. So,
You want to be more? I mean, the fireball is 120 feet,
150.
150. So you're within that. You pick a number.
I was hoping you'd pick a number.
Well, 60 feet then.
The 60 feet works. Yeah.
okay. So half my movement to stand up,
Yep.
20 feet away from them.
Opportunity attacks.
Oh, shit.
Do you have a spell? You can just like.
I was going to use a spell to heal, but I don't want to just be standing next to him.
Right now, I'd recommend killing them. And healing can happen later.
Okay, well.
Or teleport if you have teleport. Misty Step,
No, because I used up all my
Thunderstep.
stuff on that. That's too. Yeah, I don't have enough juice left to do that.
Oh, this is it. The orc has freshly forged, fresh plate armor is seared into the orc, making the orc resistant to fire damage. Oops.
They're pretending.
So that make it 11.
Yeah. Freshly forged is the ability.
Okay. So there's one orc and the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And are they near each other?
Yes, I would say they're within 5 feet. She just dropped you. You're at her feet.
Okay.
They were Matter of fact, she was probably on the horse. The horse fell down, and she's pulling herself up. Also, she stood up, looked at where the Katota was. Start to do another fire, and you hear she curses when it gets
Snuffed out.
So they're both basically within close range.
Oh, absolutely.
So okay. Then I will, since they're right close by, I'm gonna go after them with my dagger, my hand axe.
Okay.
So I'm going for her first. With the axe. So, I got a nat 20 to hit her.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
Good time on that.
So,
She didn't see her attack coming, and you hit her soft spots.
so it's max damage and then roll for the second one. Right?
Mhm.
So it's
This is your dagger, right?
this is my hand axe.
Nice try.
Let's see what you're trying there.
Less plus to hit, but more damage when I do hit. That's why I'm gonna finish her off. So 7 plus 3 plus 4, 11.
11 points of damage.
Yes.
She's still up.
Damn. Well, then I'm gonna go after her with the dagger too.
She's not looking good.
Good. So that's a 15 to hit her.
Yeah, 15 seems like exactly what you needed.
And pow. Oh, come on. 4 points of damage.
Still not quite enough.
Damn it. Okay. And then yep, that's so I attacked. I did some movement to stand up. And if I move any more, she can take an opportunity attack on me. And I don't know that I really wanted.
No, you don't want that.
Although if I stand here, I'm going to get attacked anyway.
Did you stand up?
Yes.
All right. So
I would assume, unless I'm swinging my axe from my
Chopper angle.
Actually, if you're fighting from a prone position, you would have had disadvantage.
Yeah.
You had to stand.
So I stood up And then yeah, I mean, it'd be giving her an extra attack, right? Because she could attack me when I try to leave, and then she could walk over and hit me again on her turn. So yeah, I'm just that's it.
All right. So this Blackhand Honor Guard orc, pulls from the back of his thing a javelin, spins it around, and jabs at you. This is +6 to hit. +6 to hit. And has advantage because you don't have all your health. So a 21 to hit.
Oh, shit, yeah.
All right. But the damage is weak. It's only 10 points of damage. 10 piercing.
That's enough to knock me out. I was already medium well.
And
not even put on a skewer.
Yeah.
he tackles the wizard, and they fall into the grass, into a bush, out of sight.
Are we calling that movement, or is that a second action?
It's a movement.
Okay.
And it's Katota's turn. You still know generally where they are, but they just ducked into cover.
Time for a 6th level fireball.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just tack nuke the zone, just aim it away from. Or you need to help him because he's down.
It's a good question. Can I?
So they're probably 10 feet away from where
Yeah, no, that would kill Darcel. No, he wants to get up and close and personal with the orc and suck the life out of him. So a move and dash would get me to Darcel, but then I can't cast
right.
anything.
Can you cast in range? I mean, are you in range?
I
Or move a little bit and be in range?
I could cast a mass healing.
The wizard orc would like that.
No.
Well,
I'm kidding, of course.
of your choice.
Yeah. Not them.
It's
We'll
not.
do it for you.
It's not much, but it would stabilize and revive you.
Does it stop like his death rolls, or is it just strictly just to stabilize?
It's a healing spell, so it would heal him.
So he wouldn't have to do death saves anymore?
Correct. If he's knocked out, if I heal him, he
Correct.
wakes back up with X
Yeah.
number of hit points. So I will move forward 30 feet and cast Mass Healing Word on. Well, I don't need healing. On
That's the only healing spell you have.
Darcel. The only one that works at a range.
Darcel.
Like, well, could I? I kind of want to cast haste on myself. And then I would heal you next turn. Well, remind me, Ken, can you cast a spell and a cantrip?
As long as
You have two actions.
If I
Yeah,
hasted,
yeah,
I have two
actions for it.
actions, right?
If you're hasted, but to haste yourself would take an action.
Right, haste would be this turn. And then does that mean next turn I could cast a spell on one turn, one action, and a cantrip on a second?
I think haste specifies what actions you can take with your second action.
Oh, that is true, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think unless you could use your bonus action for a spell, but then you're limited to a cantrip.
That's okay, because that's one of the things you want to do, right?
Bonus action sanctuary. Oh, mass healing word is a bonus action. Oh, so I could move and dash and mass healing word you.
As you're running by.
It'll be like running by you.
Yeah.
Well, do you need to do a ranged one if you can move and dash and get up to him and still have a bonus action?
But cure wounds isn't a bonus action.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, let me check my quickened. I could quicken. I could quicken a spell. One action, spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action for this casting. So I can quicken cure wound. I can move, dash, quicken, cure wounds, and do that.
Okay.
So let's do it.
Talk about a stack.
Because then I'll just do a first level, if that's okay. Because it'll get you woken back up, and then you can scurry off. And hopefully not.
So how much healing is that?
Let me roll. It's 1d8 plus 6. And I rolled a 1. So 7.
Gee, this is familiar territory. Poor Clint.
Maybe now. You should heal yourself.
Yeah, well, now that I don't have 2
Except for
people
it's
who can
not-
kick my ass.
Yeah.
It's not his turn.
Well, right.
And you're standing over his body 10 feet away from where they dove into the...
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so from behind the bush, you hear a neigh as a riding horse.
I thought I killed all the horses. Okay.
You did.
And on the back of the horse is the orc, and they start to run away, dashing between the trees.
Okay.
Both
Are
of
we
them?
still in turn?
So that was their turn. We're to Darcel.
So both the orc and she are on the horse?
No.
You don't see her.
She is the horse.
Oh.
Okay. So I am going to. Where is it? Spells. 3rd level healing spirit. So you call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded.
You heal yourself. That's your turn.
Yes. The spirit looks like a transparent beast.
Orc's turn spurs him on.
Are they within 150 feet?
So
Well, hang on. It's his turn before them,
No.
right? Isn't it?
No, they
the
go.
orc's turn after you.
Yeah, I'm last.
So
Oh, okay.
they are now 120. They went 40 on her turn. She couldn't dash. They went 80 on his turn. That's 120. But they're out of sight as they've been darting between trees.
Point a finger to a point you choose within range.
Okay?
Do I know where they are?
You know they're over there.
Within a 40-foot.
Sure.
Diameter.
I mean, you feel reasonably confident as you do the fast math in your...
The other option is to... How fast did we say you could run with a haste?
My math is
I
wrong.
think
It's
it's...
stupid fast.
Horses don't go 40, they go 60. But it is through some terrain. Fair enough. So it's going to be close.
So how far are they?
Well, their standard movement is 60.
Yeah.
And then they're weaving between trade. So it's going to be really close to that 150.
So with you can with a haste, your speed is doubled, and then you can move and dash, right? No, you can't. Yeah, you can move and dash. So you can go 60, 120,
180.
180 feet.
Silly.
It's ridiculous.
And do you ignore the train? I would imagine you'd be hampered just like they are.
Right. Because what I want to do is I want to use inflict wounds.
To do that, you have to touch him.
To do that, I have to touch him.
Well, wait, but you got sorcery points?
I have one left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's the same. When I had that, one of the tricks you could do would be to extend the range of a spell.
It doubles the distance, so if it's touch, it's still touch. But I don't have that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The one I had turned touch into 30 feet, I think, but that sounds like they're further than that.
Oh, no, you're right. But no, I don't have that one. I have the double and the quicken are the two that I have. Or I could just fireball them. It'll take her out at a minimum.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
But then I still need
fireballed and stabbed and
Yeah.
chopped.
I still need to catch up. Okay, so where is it? Third level. I will haste myself on this turn. And then no, because then I can't. It applies next turn. I can only move 30 feet on this turn, and then.
I mean, this would be able to move 120 feet on a turn. The horse with.
Right, I guess my point is I can only move 30 feet. I can move the 180 feet next turn, but by that point they're already 240 feet away.
Right.
And
weaving, and so I'm just going to fireball
I was going to say attack nuke. It's
Yeah.
so.
5th level or 6th level?
Go all in.
I kind of want to save the 6th level for the inflict wounds, but he may try to run off again. So, yeah, okay, just attack nuke. Fireball. So same thing, dex, failing throw.
But that shouldn't apply to you. You shoot far away.
Yeah, I know.
all right, so the wizard is a horse, which surprisingly has a +0 dexterity.
Does she have more
It's all the
than
designer, yeah.
19 hit points? Well, I guess she now is the horse.
The horse plus hers has to be more than 19.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And then the orc has a plus.
Well, she failed anyways, right?
Oh,
No. Was it?
Yes, she
She
failed.
failed.
It was
Okay,
a-
that is hers. Okay.
And the orc has a +3. Passed.
Okay.
18.
So he's also
how many points though?
He's also resistant, right?
He's also resistant. So how many points?
I rolled 38. What?
Which would have been 19.
So she takes 38, and he takes a quarter
9.
of 38. Yeah.
The horse took 38. Yeah. Something in the distance fell to the ground.
Yeah, Tal will move 30 feet towards there.
Okay. And that was Darcel, it's your turn.
He is standing there with the image of a shimmering boar next to him, kind of patting
You
it on it.
can, you
going,
can conjure it?
This is his healing spirit.
Yes,
Healing.
Oh, your
I-
healing spirit.
I conjure my healing spirit, and it heals me for. It can heal me for 4 turns.
You're taking more
Yes.
healing.
And
Is that your
so-
turn?
It takes the form of a shimmering animal that
That's
I chose.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
You also, so this is a female elf that nuked you as well. Just, you know, you don't know, you don't know this
And
as Ta.
she ran past me and is still trying to nuke them.
Right.
And is nuking them again, and I'm just like, what the good pig. What the hell? My hair is still singed. Well, and they were no. Actually, she just ran them off, and they were kicking my ass. So I'm not gonna.
Be grumpy about that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Thank you.
Hey, she's already 30 feet away. I was like, okay, whatever.
I'm still trying to recover.
Yeah.
So you heal yourself. You don't do anything else. There's some movement, rustling in the trees. So you moved up 30 feet. How far do we figure they are from now? They had to be within 150.
Yeah, I think you said they were like 120, right?
120, sure. And you move there, so you're 90 feet-ish away from
Yeah.
them.
In fact, Top probably would have moved up and then nuked. But either way,
90-ish feet
90-ish
away.
feet, yeah.
You hear off in the distance something moving in the brush, and it's your turn again.
Ta will move and dash.
Move and dash.
So 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you move and dash your 60 feet, and as you're running, as
Going
you're
towards the sound.
going toward the sound, nothing further. You don't see any further action in front of you. So you another 30 feet forward, and you get to the body of a dead red wizard of Fae, female dead wizard of Fae.
And any sign of an orc?
As you do a quick scan, you don't see it.
Can I do an... Would you say it's a perception check or an
I would say it's an investigation.
investigation?
Well, it depends how you're Are you just looking?
What
I
are you
am-
looking for?
I'm looking for the orc.
You're looking for the orc, obviously.
Yeah.
But so I mean, you scan the and you don't see it, at least with your passive perception. So what is your passive perception?
13.
Yeah, with your passive perception, you're quick scan, you don't see it. So you want to use your action
Use my action.
to just perceive your environment, or do you want to do investigation of poking and moving things
Yeah,
around?
investigation, a little more active.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking for those broken branches.
For, the trail of soot that he left behind.
Yeah,
clothes.
a 4.
A 4, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't find as you poke around, you don't see anything, you don't find anything.
Aren't being warned. Okay, so I guess that's my turn, right?
Yeah, that was your turn.
Yeah.
It's your turn again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess you have a turn.
Unless
Well,
you're still petting me.
yeah,
Some
So
He's still
90-ish feet away by now from where they were.
Yeah, and
Is that
would be
far?
out of sight, right? Cause
Oh no,
they were
actually it's 120 feet
120
from.
feet, and they were out of sight, so
Yeah.
I would be out of sight.
Through the woods.
Through the
Okay.
woods.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna take some more healing and maybe sort of look around, figure out where's the special stumping? Did it get in the fire blast?
You reorient yourself and you say,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm here," so that means it should be over there.
Okay. But yeah, so actually, I guess I'm gonna try to find find a little bit of cover maybe, so I'm not just standing.
I
there
mean, you just push yourself up against a
by
tree.
a tree, and I can move my healing spirit 30 feet
Yeah.
with me as a bonus
Right.
action. So
Yep.
it's still helping me out for 6 more. And I will just be staying aware of my surroundings and.
Yeah. Do you call out? Do you say anything?
No, I'm just watching.
You're
direction.
watching out in the direction you think they ran off in.
Yep, and dodge.
Yeah, sure.
Would like to investigate.
It
the
gets
red-
harder each time.
Or the red wizard.
Oh, the Red Wizard, of course. So, the robes, the really cool thing about the Red Wizard, and I'm glad you investigated, is you find a stone, a glowing magical-ish stone. It's a transmuter stone. And I don't know if it's in them. It's a really cool thing in her stat block. I don't know if it's something you can be found in
Inventory.
Transmuter stone?
transmuter stone. So I'll give you the stats later, or I'll build it.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool stone. A magic stone. The stone grants the user one of the following benefits while bearing the stone. The transmitter chooses the benefit at the end of each long rest, so in the morning. You can either have dark vision for the day, resilience, which gives you a proficiency in Constitution saving throws, which is great for those when you get hit when you're trying to concentrate on something, right? And it gives you resistance, or not. You're choosing one of these, right?
Right.
So resistance to the transmuter has resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. So it's an or you pick, or you can have your speed increased by 10. So that's what you get for the day.
That's pretty cool.
Transmuter stone, you get
Yeah.
one of those benefits. It's in the transmuter wizard monster block. That's who she was.
It's weird that they don't have that as just a separate item. That you can- yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. They obviously created this magic. All right. So do you stay there over this dead body?
Ta would. How centered in this crater is she? How far do I have to drag her to hide her body? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. She's pretty well centered. So 20 feet.
Okay. At a minimum, Ta wants to
You drag her body out of the blast range of the fireball.
hide her in a bush, kind of try to cover the drag marks.
Yeah.
And then would head back
Okay.
to Darcel.
Okay, Darcel's gonna hide.
I guess I should also say, on the way back to Darcel, Ta would change back to the form
Okay.
that you recognize.
Okay, but my turn.
But even so, yeah.
I got my last turn of healing, and I'm using my action to hide.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and roll your perception check again.
but then I guess I would see Ta walking back,
You
right?
All right, well then we don't even need to do it. So you tell me, you hide, and as it comes through, you see Ta
Yeah.
coming up the path from where you thought this female elf was.
That's right.
I don't know if you knew she.
I was thinking like, well, tell me something only Ta and I would know, but it's like we just met.
Well,
So you've just met. I don't know if you know Ta.
You would, because the story that was told, right? Because when you came back,
You know what?
no, you didn't. That was before.
I'm going to stay hidden and see if Ta goes for the stump. If it's really Ta would know what.
So what Ta's gonna do is gonna get to where Darcel was, look around and be like, "Oh, he must have gone inside."
Okay.
And will walk towards the stump, looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And probably do a perception check before.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll your perception check.
Nine.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty to see at this point. Dead horses, dead orcs.
Charred this, charred that.
Yep.
Okay.
Fried chicken. I mean,
Yeah.
burnt burlap bag.
Ta will go down and is going to find the first of the crew and basically say, clean up on aisle 1.
Yeah, and then so having seen that Ta went down there, Darcel probably would then go follow a little ways behind.
Okay.
So
Both of you make your way down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a few minutes later, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, Dag says, "Is it safe to come out yet?"
Oh no. He's still up there?
end credits. Guys, it's getting dark.
And eventually, Dag makes his way down there too.
That's it. All right.
So,
Ow.
Yeah.
the interrogation, you did learn a couple things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
that's very useful.
the Red Wizard knew about the underground lair, but it
Did she?
Well, she knew there was.
You said-
She was detecting
Oh,
something.
yes, yes.
But
So
it
we
wasn't-
eliminated that threat.
it wasn't clear that the orc.
It was very clear that she was telling the orc that there's something magical under the ground right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta move.
We need sleep.
Yeah,
Some
that
of
too.
us.
Yeah,
It's been a long day.
I wasn't
Yeah, the
going light on the spell
the-
slots.
orc
are?
general is
Was
very
not.
much looking
Oh,
for
yeah.
a long.
Well,
long
you weren't
rest.
in the battle. The rest of us were in most of the afternoon.
Right, but I've also used most of my spell slots at this point.
Well, we should definitely be at a point. We should definitely be in a position to take a long rest here before we have to figure out how we're going to bivouac out.
So at this
It's
point,
only
it's
like
I don't know
2
3, 4
o'clock
o'clock in the afternoon.
What's that, Ken?
Isn't it only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah.
No, it's later than that.
There was hiding going on. So I don't know. To me, it's mid to late afternoon, 3 to 4 o'clock,
Yeah,
something like
agree.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're 10 after this.
Yeah.
It's time to pack up. So that's where we'll pick up next week. You've all just come down into the Winterstone Temple. You've got a sense that they may know where you are now. You've
know
learned
something's up.
You've learned a little bit more about the war chief, and not the purple worm and how they're going to attack, how it works,
Right.
and something's up with Dag.
Yeah. That's
Next
jinky.
time,
Something's up. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who looked like Dag was. Yeah.
Or was it Dag? I mean,
next
that's-
time on Force Fortitude, we
Yeah.
get a tiger out of an underground lair.
something.
No doubt.
Polymorph into a turtle. They don't fit through the
I
entrance.
think you use a large, enlarge,
we-
reduce spell.
I was gonna say, how did we get him down there in the first
I
place?
honestly I don't remember how.
That's what
That probably is it.
I
That
think
is
it was
something Zerwak has.
enlarge, reduce is what I thought it was.
That could work too.
Well, remember, if you led him to the circle, you would have been bamfed him to the end. That's where we kept him at the beginning. Remember, the circle spot was where everybody landed.
Yeah, how did you get in
There
that
was
way?
a teleportation type of. There was a ring in the ground
Okay.
that you couldn't really see, but everybody's like,
Yeah.
he
that-
walked over there and
yeah.
he disappeared, and then you appear in the round spot, and that's where we were
No, that
keeping the
sounds-
tiger
yeah, I think
originally.
that's what we did. That's exactly what we
That's
did.
how you get
Yeah.
in. That's not
Yeah.
how you get out, though.
Right,
no,
that's how we
no.
got-
You go out the coal chute.
Right. It's how we got the tiger in.
That's what I'm saying. That's how we got the tiger. bamf them in the circle.
Okay, so next week is the 15th. Are we full power next week?
I believe.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because the 22nd you're gone,
correct.
And I think I am too.
and then the 29th and 6th I'm gone. Are you gone the 22nd?
We've got all-day team meetings. I don't know if we're doing something that evening. We might be.
Just skip it.
Team scheme.
You and your work. You're such a company man anymore. I do not work over 40 hours.
Well,
Except
I
now
work. I did dinner. That's not work, but
But it's work related.
I know. And Thursday night's a popular night to go do something like that. We've got people in town.
Ken,
You.
have a good week, man.
Thanks, you too.
So 22. Then did you say are you gone?
The 29th will be gone.
Okay.
And the 6th, whatever, the Thursday after 4th.
I'm going the one after that.
And you're gone on the one after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is summer, huh? All right, let's
So
see.
Maybe it's
End stream.
either do without characters or
Well, we play if there's.
play Scythe or something.
Well, we play if there's only one missing. We usually.